Okay, so when you band these guys, what you want to do is, like you see here, how you have some of this coat is coming out of the ear hair. So you don't want to do that. You want to take your rat tail comb and come up behind the ear and separate the whole ear from the top knot, just as if you were going to scissor this top knot instead of banding it. So separate this. Don't take any of this ear hair. And then when you do your bands, what you want to do is take little sections about a finger width, maybe not even, and do little tiny sections, probably about 4 or 5 sections you'll need. And you never want to go past the occiput, and you want nice clean lines. See how you have some of this? Yeah, and that actually pulls on their skin. So if you do nice clean lines, you'll get a better spray up in the end too. Okay.
How long have you been grooming, Rebecca?
About 4 years.
How long have you been competing?
I've been competing for 2 years. So, and this is the first time I tried to do this haircut. So.
Was it nerve-wracking?
Yes, I ran out of time. So
Jody, as a judge, what would you recommend to kind of help her out or give her some instruction going into the next competition as far as what stages to do it in? Because I notice, a lot of times when you're a newcomer, you're, kind of getting into it, you kind of jump around and don't get really the things that matter. Like headpiece is so important in this breed and every other breed. So a little advice on that.
You have to have a system whenever you're in the contest ring so you don't run out of time, because that, like Jay said, that's what a lot of competitors do. They jump around and go from one thing to the other, and that's when you lose time. So I think if you have your own system, no matter what it is, as long as it's your system, whether you do all your clipper work first and then set your bracelets and then do your rosettes, then work on your jacket, leave yourself enough time to do your spray up. And you have to practice that at home, like really time yourself and practice doing your spray up and time yourself, so this way you know how much time you have to allow for that spray up at the end of the contest. So it's all about having a system. And really, if you should know how long your clipper work takes you and time yourself on that too.
Yeah.
So then you can kind of keep watching your watch as you're competing, and you'll say, okay, I only have 5 more minutes to finish the clipper work. So that's how you can really get your timing down.
How do you at home as a intermediate or a new competitor, how do you time yourself? Do you groom the dog once a week? Do you do it every other week? I mean, how often do you do something like that?
I would say I groom her. Well, I give her a bath every week, but I don't necessarily do the clipper work. I do that every couple of weeks.
What about the trimming on her?
The trimming I do every 4 weeks.
You know, it would help you tremendously. Like if you bathe her out, when you bathe her out, just get a stopwatch or a timer or something and go through the pattern until every single time you do her, she's almost perfect. No matter how long it takes you, but go through that pattern.
Practice on this either. She's only been growing out like this for about 6 months. So I only gave her 2 haircuts before I came here. So
see, with only 2 haircuts, I mean, as well as I do, it's hard to go in and just be able to.
Yeah, so even if you, like Jay said, if you go through her every week you bathe her, just tip her and get her right to where you want her, and that'll help you. So this way, because if you only groom her once every month or so, you're not getting the practice that you need. So even if you go and tip her every time you bathe her, that'll help you get your system down, your routine, and see actually where you're going. Okay.
So my analogy would be, say you were a soccer player. If you only practice once a month, how good would you be?
not very good.
Exactly. So what should you do?
Practice more.
Exactly. I always have to throw in that sports thing.
But a trim like this, you really need to get it down with science so you don't run out of time, for sure. Okay?